This week we're going to take a look back at last week's USDA supply-demand report and some concerns about weakness in U.S. corn export sales. We're also going to take a look at the latest U.S. corn crop progress and weather trends and wrap things up looking at long-term trends in December corn futures. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the corn market. We've moved into the last half of October here, and of course that means corn harvest. Before we talk about corn harvest, we're going to look back at last week's supply-demand report from the USDA, specifically looking at some concerning trends in weak export sales. Let's start out by looking at last week's report. What we did with this slide was look at the updated forecast for 22-23. The change from the September 12th forecast is depicted on the far right there. Now, what we're going to highlight here is the changes this year, of course, are a much smaller crop, so total supply is down 1 billion bushels from last year. But look at the usage category. Usage is projected to be down 806 million bushels, so ending stocks are still projected to fall by only 205 million bushels. We're going to come back to that in a moment. In the meantime, let's take a look at our trends in U.S. corn export sales. Once again here, we're looking at a very weak start to the 22-23 crop year for a variety of reasons. Competition from Brazil, a strong dollar, a number of different factors are coming into play. But here's the key message that we'll highlight. The USDA in that report last week lowered its export forecast by 125 million bushel down to 2150 billion bushels. Now that's down 13% versus last year. But look at this chart again. It's really a yellow flag. Year-to-date sales are down 51%. So it seems like that reduction by the USDA last week may not be enough. All right, let's come back to our supply-demand chart here. Once again, looking at total supply down 1 billion bushels, total use down 800, and ending stocks down 200. But here's a key message we want to highlight. That export forecast down 321 million bushels from last year may not be low enough yet. We may need to see that export forecast come down if sales don't pick up. The overall overriding message, high prices do eventually cure high prices. So we strongly encourage you to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor as you complete harvest to manage these 2022 bushels. Let's move on now and take a look at the harvest progress, or actually crop condition ratings for corn across the U.S. This will be the last crop condition update for this calendar year here. Conditions were 1 percentage point lower in good to excellent at 53%. Notice last year at this time, they were at 60%. So we're looking at a crop condition index here well below some of these recent years. Now we're going to see here as this harvest is completed, and we'll get our next update in November, how well this crop condition index correlates with yields. Speaking of corn harvest, we're looking at 45% done here as of October the 16th. Over the next 2 weeks on average, we increase approximately 24%. So weather permitting, we should be pushing 70 to 75% by the end of the month. Of course, the weather will be a key factor driving corn harvest progress. Let's take a look at the updated short-term forecast. Our slides this week are courtesy of National Weather Service. We're looking at a pretty dry pattern for this coming 5 or 6 days here. A little bit of lake effect snow or precip across the lake area, but otherwise pretty dry, so it should be a wide open period for harvest. Switching gears here though into next week, a much different pattern emerges, as you can see by that widespread above normal precip. So it looks like active harvest progress needs to take place this week because there could be some delays next week. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in December corn futures. Now we're well into this crop insurance harvest period here, highlighted by the yellow bar here in October. With December corn near $6.80 a bushel, that's still $2.70 above the 5-year average. So we strongly encourage you to continue to defend your balance sheet. And one final note, December 2023 corn futures are near $6.20 a bushel, and it's still 4+ months before the crop insurance base price is set. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an upload. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.